We're going to start on the mat, on our backs. And yeah, let's start to move and build up our movement, build up our energy. Mostly going to be about hips. So we'll see how it goes. So coming onto your back and placing the feet on the mat, heels as close to the bottom as comfortable on your back, making sure you don't pop up too much. Draw the tummy in, push your lower back down into the mat and roll your shoulders under. And we're just going to take a couple of breaths here. One hand on the tummy, maybe one on the ribs or the chest. Taking a nice deep inhale, feel the body expand, and exhale everything out and feel that draw back in. Inhale, expand and soften. Exhale, draw it in, and at the end of the exhale, maybe notice the pelvic floor. Get involved. Inhale and exhale, release. So we're going to start to move as you inhale. We're going to lift the hips, not too strenuous yet, and exhale, release it down. Inhale, lift, lifting through the front of the body, lift the ribs, pushing the arms down into the mat, push the heels down, and then at the end of that lift, get everything in the back of the body engaged as well. Inhale, lift, squeeze the back of the legs, the bottom as you lift and push into the shoulders and release it down. And make sure you relax fully at the end of that release. Inhale, lift, maybe bringing the arms overhead now, pushing in behind and release it down. One more. Inhale, lifting up. Big expanse across the front of the body, pushing firmly down. And we're going to hold this one just for a moment, but I want you to hold it with everything activated in the back of the body if you can. And release. Okay, hugging the knees into the chest and giving yourself a little rock and roll on your back. Okay, keeping the right knee hugged in. Let the left leg come long and down onto the mat. And we're going to lift shoulders towards the right knee. So from here, maybe keeping the leg bent, or you might prefer to reach up through the leg. So you can hold on anywhere along that leg. If you like, circle the ankle, point and flex the foot is always a good thing to work on. And then possibly you're going to hold there and reach past the leg. So we're now holding the leg in position with our own strength. And release it down. Whew, that woke that leg up. Okay, bringing the left leg in. And the right leg goes down along the mat, pushing the heel to the mat. As you exhale, shoulders up towards the knee. So this whole little sequence, you can stay here with the leg bent. Or if it's part of your practice, just straighten up the leg. Straighten as much as you would like, any amount. And we're going to taking a few circles through my ankle, point and flex. I need to do quite a lot to take care of my ankles. Maybe draw it a little bit closer in. Keeping the tummy drawn in, lower back pushing into the floor, reaching the arms past the leg. So again, this can still be done with the knee bent. Or hold as much as you can. Okay. Bringing the knees into the chest, and we're going to roll up to sit. Crossing the legs underneath and coming into a tabletop position. So a couple of cat-cows. Inhale, extend through the front of the body. Maybe give those hips a little wiggle. Exhale, round the back, and then sit down towards the heels. Inhale, bend the elbows, sweep forward. Push the floor firmly down as you come into your cow. Round the back, chin to chest, and sit down towards the heels. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, round the back, scooping the bottom under as you sit lower. And then this time coming forward, Coming into our cat, tuck the toes, and as you round the back, lifting up into downward facing dog. So straightening out the back now, pedal into the feet, lifting one hip and then the other, giving it a little wiggle side to side, and then I quite like to twist both feet to one direction, bend the knees deeply and sink down into that side, and then take a twist to the other side, bending both knees, sinking into the hips. Okay, looking forward, bring the right knee into the chest or towards stepping forward. Coming onto the left knee, if you need to, pad up under the knee and untuck the toes. And starting in this low lunge, I'm on the fingertips, you could be on blocks. Blocks would be handy actually for this little practice. I should have got mine. Focus back on the breath. Inhale long. Exhale. Everything out. Okay, we're going to start by tucking the toe behind and then straightening up that back leg as much as, or any amount, as much as you feel like today. Placing the knee back down. So it's not a lift up with the hips, it's a straighten the leg. So it's sending the heel back as you straighten out the knee. It's quite a deep move, so go gentle with yourself today. And one more. Placing the knee back down. You can either stay with the toes tucked or untuck them, and we're going to come up into our full lunge. Okay, thinking, drawing the hips back first, push the hip bones forward, tummy drawn in, and then it's that sink forward rather than down. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, maybe lift the gaze slightly, wrapping the shoulders, keeping nice and long and tall if you can. And then release it down. Fingertips to the mat again. And we're straightening up the front leg this time. So maybe you like to keep this moving, stretching into the back of the right leg, picking up the toes as you go. And then pulling that right hip back. Right leg is as straight as it feels good for you. And then possibly sink lower towards the leg. So coming back up onto the hands, we're going to try one little thing. So I'm on the fingertips, you could be on a block, tuck the back toes. Can you guess where we're going? We're going to go for that straighten up the back leg again. So this becomes a very, very long base for a triangle. Dip down, straighten up. And release. So taking your lunge into the right leg again, coming forward, placing the knee down, untuck the toes, and this time we're taking a twist. So taking the weight into the left hand, lifting the right arm up towards the ceiling and maybe reaching out behind. Look to where the hand is. So if you want to keep this active and moving, inhale, sweep it round, making a big circle with that arm and looking back behind. One more. Inhale and exhale, release. So one last little thing to extend this twist a bit. I've come up onto the knee, up onto the toes, and taken the left elbow now to the outside of the right knee. So this is a very low extended twist. And then release. Taking the hands down, and we're going to step back to downward facing dog. And give it a little bit of love through your legs. A little bit of movement. Okay, bringing the left foot forward now. Get my rights and my lefts mixed up. And coming down onto the knee. Untuck the toes, setting up this low lunge just to start with. So this is the one when we are sinking towards the floor with the hips, thinking about the chest coming forward. Gaze is forward, nice and long, long steady breath. So your choice, either stay in the holds or go for a little bit of movement. Tuck the toes behind, and it's sending the heel back, straightening the leg any amount, just what feels right for you today. Oh, I'm on my fingertips. You could be on your fists if that feels better for you. So we'll take another 2 on this side, lift, and so you're trying not to lift. This is not a lift up. The front leg is remaining almost exactly where it is. And then release, untuck the toes, and then we're going for our lunge, or lifting up into our crescent lunge. So thinking hip coming forward rather than still collapsing down. We're lifting, moving the hip forward, maybe lifting the arms up, or maybe this time you want to take the hands around the back, interlace the fingers, and lift the chest a little bit more. And release the hands to the mat, and straightening up the front leg this time. Oh, taking a few movements. Bringing it back, maybe holding into this half runner type stretch. So thinking the left hip coming back and down as you bring the chest forward. Possibly you're going to sink down towards that leg. Maybe your practice you prefer to be on the heel. Neither are wrong. Practice is just practice. It's not about perfection. Okay. Never lifted up. So lifting the chest up, straighten up that left leg. And if you're feeling it, straighten up the back leg. Drop to the knee and straighten. This might not be for you. That's okay. Tummy's drawn in and you're focused. And release. Okay, so we're going to come back onto the knee, feet together, knees wide, and just allow yourself to sink into the hips a little bit, into this very wide child's pose. Give it a little wiggle. Okay, knees together, coming forward. Tuck your tail under as you bend your elbows and lower with control to the mat. Coming into a cobra, so keeping the hands, heels the hands almost at the ribs, squeeze the elbows towards each other, shoulder blades coming towards each other, top of the feet pushing down, kneecaps lifting up as you bring the chest forward for a little cobra. And then either release and then stick with that, or bring the hands back, interlace the arms and lift a little bit higher. Focusing on your breath, keeping your neck nice and loose and long. And release. Tuck the toes. Send the hips back. Coming up into downward facing dog. Oh, I totally missed the twist on the other side. So we're going to do that now. Bring the left leg forward. Drop to the knee. Totally missed the twists. So we're sending the left arm back. You can have this with the toes tucked or not. And rolling it forward and back. Or you can go the other way. We went the other way on the other side. Taking a little bit of a twist. And then if you wish, you're going to hook the right elbow over the left knee. This can be done with the knee down, or you can send that left heel, right heel back, lifting the knee up for our extended side twist that we forgot about. I forgot about. Okay, from here, wherever you are, bring that left foot out to the left a little bit, step forward, and going to come down into a squat. So we're bringing the palms together, chest lifted. Heels can be up or down, it's your practice, whatever works for you. So some people like to keep this moving. It's quite nice to get into that abductor stretch. And we're going to reach the arms forward, and as we come back, lowering onto the bottom, possibly finding yourself in Navasana, half, full, little bit supported, your practice. Taking a few breaths there. Nice, long, steady breath. Cross the ankles, hands to the mat. Take a little lift up and back, possibly. Lift the chest, lift the gaze, lift the feet. Tummy's drawn in, finding that balance point and being nice and steady. Watch that you're not overstraining the shoulders though. The arms are just energetically reaching forward. We're not straining too much with the upper back. And cross the feet. And a little lift. And last one. Chest lifted. So obviously you can straighten the legs, be here. If this is your practice, holding on, your choice. And release. Crossing the legs. Not crossing the legs, sorry. Feet together, coming into our Baddha Konasana, chest lifted, holding the shins or the feet. If you've got the feet, you're rolling them open. Chest lifted, possibly coming forward a little. Or a lot. Whatever's working for you at the moment. Yeah, not coming forward much for me at the moment. Okay, bringing the legs forward, coming into a forward fold, thinking about that roll of the legs together. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, forward fold. Long, steady breath. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, release. So we're going to end with a little twist, taking the left foot underneath the right hip, right foot coming over the top of the left knee, and wrapping left arm around the right shin and twist behind. So if you prefer, you could lie down and take a nice gentle twist lying down, reaching the legs forward. Take the right foot, tuck it underneath the left hip. Left foot is coming past the right knee, and then that sit tall, hug the knee towards the chest. So either stay here forward, it's already stretching and twisting into this hip and your back, or allow the back to spiral all the way around the length of your spine as you twist behind. And then release. So unravel yourself wherever you are, lie down, take a few breaths, go back to as we started, hand on the tummy, hand on the ribs or the chest, and take a nice deep inhale and a soft, slow exhale. Stay there as long as you like. And when you are ready to move, I hope you have a lovely day.